A full house expected here tonight, over 70,000, and the fans still filing into Mercedes-Benz Stadium just west of downtown Atlanta. Tonight, Week 15 begins with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. You talk about this Falcon defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
They've established themselves pretty well throughout this season. But, boy, what a competitive group of people. They do not like that ranking they have now because they think that they're better, and they're out to prove it again in this game.
3rd and 5.
4 down. Now you 20. Shell. 2 for 1. 2 for 1. What's that?
Goff now looks to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he takes this one back into the end zone. The Falcon defense has a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Lions, nothing. Young Wei Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
From the 34-yard line, here's second and a couple. Goff now looking to throw. To the left side, he finds Sloth. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Detroit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, kill.
Now Goff. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Lions, first down.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And that is incomplete here. You talk about this Falcon defense. Well, this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
And this unit knows exactly where they rank. They're number 2 against the pass in the NFL. You know they have their sights set on being number 1, looking for a big game today.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Always orange.
Again, Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jamison Williams, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Lions are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Check. 70 Lions. Let's go. Panther 60. Check up.
First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
To the air, Penix. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And this will be caught by Mooney. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ready up. Check. Lucky. Let's go.
On first and 10, it's Robinson. He's to the 15. And all the way down to the 5. These two teams all tied after 1. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they go to work on a first and goal.
Hold the ready. Mustang 19. Check. 60 Eagles. 79 Broncos.
Looking to throw, Penix. On the RPO, he'll keep, and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Michael Penix, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits were on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
DC. Merlin.
Out of the gun, Goff. incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw, Goff. And that is incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And really, it's worth talking a little more about the stakes of this game. Currently, these are the top 2 seeds in the NFC. I think they're the 2 best teams. Would you agree?
I think you can definitely make the case that they are, and I like where you're going with that. I do know that we've seen a couple of other teams along the way that would say, hey, don't forget about us. But your premise, I think, could be spot on. These could easily be the top 2 teams in the NFC.
Operating from the gun, Penix. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Well, they matched their opponent's pick 6 from earlier. Those are some crucial points that may prove pretty consequential as to how this one plays out.
And Brandon, I think now we're not just watching how they move around the field, but we're checking their psychology out a little bit, aren't we? Because that defense, they're about to go right back out with all the momentum on their side. That's for the opposing offense. You wonder if there's going to be some hesitation to lean entirely on the passing game to try and mount a counterattack.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial. And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick 6. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll throw with Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's Penix. And he'll find the open man. That's complete. Still going. Darnell Mooney. Touchdown, Falcons. Darnell Mooney with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Now Goff. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. So he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Jalen Walker, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Now back to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. James Pierce providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Here comes the Lions punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. That's taken on the 25. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it will be Falcon football. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They're both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 4.
Check, check, check. Let's go now. Back to 60. Back to 60 by 6. 60 by 6. Back to 60.
From the shotgun, it's Penix. Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Y'all gotta pump my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic. We might as well Power Ranger. Mine also dangerous. Y'all talk about
And looking to throw, Penix. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson, 26 yards. And the Falcons have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Koo now for the point after. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Here now, 2nd and 4. To throw is Goff. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now it's Goff. That is caught. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
And the Lions 1st down. An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Lions.
Obama.
Throwing again is Goff. That one let go deep for Laporta. And this one is incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
To the air again. Goff. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. Taken in at the 11. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards, well struck. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Penix. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And complete to Drake London. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. And even 40 yards.
Youngway Koo on for the field goal.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And that will do it for this first half.
Makes the score Falcons 31, Lions 14.
The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
A give left side to Robinson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
They'll set up a throw. Now Penix going to hold on to it. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Oh, he's been fun to watch in this one. He's made the correct reads all game long and helped stake his team a huge lead. Running, passing, he's made all the right decisions. But that wasn't the right read on that one. It falls incomplete.
And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Detroit.
Hey, 76! 76!
Goff now looks to throw. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
That's another Detroit Lions First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Diablo on the tackle. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the Falcons' 23-yard line.
2 for 1.
Here's Goff. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
7. First down, Lions.
Gibbs straight ahead. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a second and 1.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's second and 1 now from the 7.
180.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Falcons are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Robinson up the middle, down to about the 45.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up second and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards the pickup there.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
He's airing it out for Williams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
That is caught by Laporta. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 37 yards. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10.
7 yards. First down, Detroit.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Ground.
On third down, here's Gibbs. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, a 22-yard scamper. And the Lions are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
We see this a lot on third and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Back now in Atlanta, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a two-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before when you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay. It's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. 9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Robinson will try to pick it up. Loose inside the 30. And he will finally be wrestled down at the Lions' 22. 120 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. To the air, Penix. Got a man, it's London. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be a third and about 13.
And 13.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Koo knocks this one through the post. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it. And he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now gone. Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Goff now to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
12, 12, 12, 12. What's that?
Back to throw, Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. 2 yards to go, 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 37-yard line.
76. 5.
Again, Goff. Finding Walker, complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 23.
That's another Detroit Lions first down. A gain of 14. And the Lions first down.
76, tell him. 180. Hey, 5. Hey, 76. 76.
Out of the gun, Goff. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Here we go. What's that?
Here's Goff. And Walker with it over the middle. And he will be brought down, but a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. Goff throwing again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
2. 180. What's that?
Goff now looking to throw. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Lions have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. An important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
At the 25-yard line.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. That one looks like he'll throw here. Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got touchdown, Falcons.
Bijan Robinson. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Falcons add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
The Falcons will
try and throw with Penix. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead.
42. Lions 28. Young Wei Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
We go, come on! 20!
Goff. And that's caught by Williams. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Here's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's Goff. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. That is caught. Now inside the 25. And all the way down to the 5. Now 1st and goal.
67 yards. That's good for the Lions. 1st down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll run with Gibbs. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal.
Hey, lift! Like 20! Listen. Super! We go, 76! 76! Is that?
Gone. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
4 yards.
Here's a big one. It's 4th and goal.
180! Horrible! Is that?
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. This is caught. A great open field tackle that's going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And it'll be a turnover on downs. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 6-yard line.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he is going to have a Falcons first down, and it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Atlanta, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, it's a loss that could hurt come playoff seeding time as they fall to 11-3. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears.